Here we go. The 7 weeks are over. Marie and I had our last check-in today. Today we did an interview together, so I will let that do all the talking.
Thank you, Manny.
Marie, I have a lot of questions, so we will just try and answer them one at a time.
Okay.
I want to know why you decided that that was the right time to start the program.
I asked myself that heaps. I think for about 12 months I was going, I should do Manny's program. I should do Manny's program. And then I just kept putting it off, and then Manny said, do my program. And I said, okay, Manny.
Oh, okay, is that how it went? Cannot remember that. Okay, so it was a completely involuntary decision.
It was one of those moments where you just say, I've been putting this off for way too long and it's time to do it, and it's never a good time to start, but it's always a good time to start. Now is always the right time.
Yes.
And from memory, I started on a week with an Australia Day barbecue, a friend's birthday, an anniversary. It was
the perfect week to start. Well, you have been super committed to the program, didn't miss a day of tracking, very much on top of everything. So how did you make that work?
It was a little bit uncomfortable at the start. It was a little bit overwhelming, but I made a commitment to the program. I had support around me, and once I've committed to something, then that's it. And you were setting me these really achievable goals, one at a time, and I never really felt overwhelmed with the goal that I had to achieve. So I guess the way that you structured my goals for me was very achievable. Honestly, if you make this your priority for only 7 weeks, which flew, that priority of making healthy choices, you will definitely see results, because you just need to commit to it. So the support that I've had from you and the realistic goals and the support of my family's been excellent. Yeah.
At the start of the program, or before, that was probably within the 12 months, Marie was trying to decide whether she should do my program or not. She said to me she does not want to track every single thing that she eats. She would never want to do that. So we ended up doing that.
I believe I said there's no way I'm going to do that.
Yes. So what do you think about tracking your food now? Or like, how did you find it for the program, for the duration?
It was a really big change for me, and I really had to get my head into the right space for it. And it has been so worth it. It's been worth every gram of it. It was a challenge. It was uncomfortable, but nothing's going to happen if you don't accept the challenge. So yeah, I did it.
Yes.
I'm very, very excited.
Same on me. And she did not miss a single day of tracking. I'm very impressed. What was your biggest surprise moment with tracking, where you just went like, oh, I see. Okay, I'll see why.
There were a few, but man, my nacho night was out of control. My Mexican night, I was like, oh no. It's my favourite meal of the week.
Okay, so your favourite meal of the week, but are you still having that?
Yes!
What have you changed?
So
what was the biggest surprise moment?
the chip,
The chips.
which makes so much sense now, but with a few of those things, Manny's given me a substitute, and all the substitutes have been perfect. Like, I've just slipped it into my meal, the kids slipping it into their meal, and no one's really noticing a difference. So it's pretty amazing how you can just change one aspect of your meal and still get the same taste and the same flavour and still enjoy it just as much. So
Originally, you told me that your goal is to lose weight, but I feel like our focus has shifted more towards building the healthy relationship. How did you feel not having to focus on the weight, and how do you feel that has still helped?
I'm so surprised at the way that my body has changed that not being my primary focus, it's just sort of been an added extra now, which is just, I mean, it's always welcomed. It's so much more than a weight loss program. So much more. Like, happiness isn't just in weight loss. It's being able to sit down and enjoy that meal with your friends and your family and then not feel guilty about any of that and just enjoy every mouthful and the conversation, and it's so much more than just losing weight. Yes.
Why don't you feel guilty anymore?
You waved a magic wand over me.
What did
You did. It was like sprinkled fairy dust. I wasn't really always that sort of person to go, oh, shouldn't eat that. But as you get older, your body's changing, and now I can quite happily say my body feels like that. And I guess it's just being in tune with more how you're feeling and knowing when you're going to have those emotional eating days when things go up and down. And I'm still going to celebrate my friends' birthdays and my kids' birthdays tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to my big fat piece of cake. And that's okay, because not every day is like that. And if I can keep the majority of my days to what I've learnt, then I'm never going to feel guilty about the celebration days. So I've still been eating out.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've craved anything, and I've just been happy. So yeah.
And I remember at the start you were a bit confused about, what should I be eating, what should I not be eating? So there was a lot of confusion around the food with all those food rules.
Yes.
Where did those food rules come from?
I don't know where they come from. People are always talking, and there's ads, and the packaging says it's so good for you, and don't eat carbs after 6 o'clock, and don't eat meat with a hormone in it, and I get an upset tummy if I eat an egg. All these sort of ideas have just been thrown into my head through my whole life. It all adds up to this, I don't know what I should be doing anymore.
So this isn't a typical weight loss program. I am about everything else. Like you said before, the weight loss is an added bonus. But
it was an added bonus.
Let's answer that question. Did you lose any weight?
I did. I've lost about 4 kilos, and I've lost 16 centimetres.
That's great. 16 centimetres overall.
16 centimetres overall.
Next question, do you feel like you had to eat less?
No, no. I remember when you gave me my first breakfast, and I was like, I can't eat that for breakfast. This is crazy. And I would have looked at that before and gone, that's going to feed me for the day. But no, I loved it.
So you're eating more?
Eating more food.
And you have lost weight.
And I've lost weight.
Interesting.
What?
What? And what about your energy levels? Have you noticed any change?
Yeah.
Oh, energy.
Yeah, I have actually. And I think it's those little sparks of going, I've eaten good food today, and I'm happy about it, and I'm not craving anything, and I'm going to eat more good food. And
was there any specific foods that you felt like you had to give up?
No, there wasn't. I cut back on a few things, so rather than having, a couple of pieces of my delicious banana bread, now I really just enjoy one. And the thing was, I didn't really know I was eating that much of it because I was always rushing around. So I'd sort of cut it in half and then eat that half of the kids and then go, now I'll have a piece of banana bread. When really I'd already had a piece.
Okay, so maybe you didn't eat less before.
Yeah, maybe I didn't. Many didn't make me stop having coffee.
I would never do that. And I will never tell anyone. I won't tell you to stop drinking alcohol. I will not tell you to stop drinking coffee. And I will not tell you to give up chocolate. These are the things I love too, so... No.
1, 2 and 3, still in my diet.
But, so you said you cut back on certain things, but do you feel like, are you genuinely happy with that, or did that feel like a big compromise for you?
No, it definitely wasn't a big compromise.
What change you have made are you the most happy about?
Making food a priority. I've really loved how you've made me just stop and think about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
about something that I do every single day. And, you know, it keeps me alive. So,
I basically saved your life.
you have saved my life. Without you.
I'm going to retire.
You saved my life, Manny.
You said you were still able to eat at,
Oh, yeah.
and were you, how was that possible?
Yeah, I just went to where I wanted to go to and ordered what I wanted.
Okay.
I don't know, somehow you've put in my head an idea of what that meal is. I didn't want to be one of those people that would go out and have like a hidden set of scales in my handbag and secretly weigh my crackers and my cheese.
So, I don't give out a set meal plan because I want people to learn it with the foods that they enjoy, learn
Yes.
how to balance. I want people to know what they do when the program finishes, so they don't have to
Yes.
pay for a nutrition coach for the rest of their life.
Mm.
Do you feel confident in knowing what to do now?
It just feels like I'm just going to naturally be doing it. It's a real big shift in mindset. I can't even remember what I used to do, so those habits are just gone.
Yep.
They've just disappeared.
What's next?
I'm going to buy one of your t-shirts
Oh, yep.
because I love it.
Yeah, awesome.
And I'm still going to track the meals that I usually make all the time, just to get an understanding of what that meal is, and maybe there's something I can change to make it be more healthy. But I'm not going to be tracking everything.
Yep.
No. There'll probably come a time where I might need to just refocus and might get back and have a little look at things. And I will admit too that when we were talking about meal plans and things like that, part of me just wanted you to give me the meal plan. Just tell me what to eat. And I'm so glad you didn't, because that has meant I've continued eating what we usually do. And why I'd want to change that, like, I don't know why I'd want to change that, but there's definitely portion sizes and substitutes that I can make, and definitely on my snacks. My snacks were terrible before.
Are you still eating snacks?
Yeah, do you want some shapes, Minnie?
Oh, I would love some.
Just a couple though.
Thank you.
It's all about
Tell
portion.
us How do you feel within yourself now?
I'm a bit proud. I'm
So
really
you
proud.
should be.
Can I
You
have a
nailed
certificate?
it.
Can I have a certificate?
Can she have a certificate?
Yeah, I'm really.
I will 100%
Yeah.
do you up a certificate.
Oh, I'd love a certificate. So it comes with a certificate too, guys. The weekly catch-ups were amazing too.
Yeah.
It was, Manny was there for every question I had and every moment of, what milk should I drink? What's the best milk? There's so many milks out there. Do they milk the almond? I don't understand.
Do you see some challenges coming up in the next few weeks?
I guess with winter coming closer, my food will change a bit. You know, there's a bit more comfort food, and yeah, I'll probably start tracking a few of those winter meals that we regularly have in the colder months.
Thank you.
Oh, Manny,
Thank you for everything.
it's changed my life. You've saved me. It has changed my life, and it's so silly because everyone should just be doing it. Yeah, I've just loved it. I've loved every moment of it, and I'm really sad that it's ending.
Oh.
And people have been asking me, what do you do? What do you do? And it's the most minor changes. It's so hard to explain. The smallest little changes, but Manny's just been there. You've just been there. It's like sitting on my shoulder, just going, yeah,
Do this.
yeah, do it now. Well, yes,
Love the
mate.
accent.
It's been great. I've loved every minute, except for that first tracking hour. I would recommend this program to anyone who wants to make a serious change, and if you commit to the program, then only good stuff can happen. It's been amazing.
I did not pay her to say that.
Mm-mm. So good.
Yeah. But